stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-the-way girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. He for the bike and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt the break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. Not really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name up who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up for the cost 10K to let it come see it. Bands that me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be called like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy nigga, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, you know, go, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, forget the... Run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 22 yards. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They begin this drive with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get this up to about the 44. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Check 26, check 26.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. A give running right is Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Complete to Likely. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He'll buy some time right.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
The final shot before the break. Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Right there, 54.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Here's a diving catch right side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker
roll,
roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Check. Lock. 54 is down. He's coming.
Up the middle. It's Chubb. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A give right side now to Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now, this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Again, it's Hunt. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. York able to send this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And we are all tied here in the final stages.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. 76 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Watson.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Watson. Completes to Njoku. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Chubb running right. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they will take the lead at 13-10. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
I ain't got no time, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog. like it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta